But I find it amazing that the industry, the building industry, now recognizes the importance of the partnership with the integrator, and the importance of the partnership not only with that, but what I've noticed is that the partnerships that they have with integrators have now flowed into other trades as well. And so there's a tighter relationship with the plumber, for instance, and with the HVAC contractor, because it's not just about the product anymore. It's about the installation, the aftermarket service and support. And so the decision-making process that goes into choosing those vendors has shifted over the years, rather than it just now being sort of lowest common denominator, or, you know, I've always done business with Charlie, and so Charlie's going to be my HVAC guy. It's more about the relationship longer term than it is necessarily just about, you know, cost. So it's,
well, and that's the tough thing. We have to come up with a better name, technology, right? There's technology in appliances. If you put an auto shut-off valve in, low voltage guy's not going to cut your main and put a valve in. That's going to be your plumber. A lot of stuff's happening underneath the slab. Our concrete guys are laying conduit. And so it's a more holistic approach when we take a look at the integration of technology. To me, it gives us a competitive advantage against resale homes, that people can have seamless, quiet, invisible technology.
No, I think that's very important. So to that end, Brett and I are going to have a little conversation now about some real-world examples. And I'm going to put him on the hot seat because he's in the field every day. He's on the front lines dealing with builders. And so some of the things that NICE has done is they put together this sort of this holistic builder program. So Brett, if you can give us just a short overview without being too commercially, a little overview about what the program is about and how it came to be.
It came to be about a little over half a dozen years ago when we sat down with John and Mike Moore. Mike Moore was an important consultant in helping us understand builders' processes and how we could devise a program that was built around, you know, what they do, as opposed to trying to force our systems on them. It was also kind of understanding that everybody has great technology. When we're sitting down with a builder, we focus really on processes and the programs, because we know that all of our competitors have great products as well. It's, you know, you wouldn't be here at the show if you didn't have great products. So it's really the things that we did to separate ourselves from our competitors was really about the program and the benefits of the program.
So as you look at the packages and the personalization that you put together in the program, can you help us understand what are the different, what's the process of choice making? In other words, how do you look at a builder and know that that's the right package for them? What kind of data goes into that?
Yeah, we don't until we engage with the builder, because we have over 28 different packages that we've created for different builders along the way. And some of these have happened because builders will say, hey, what about something that does this? Sure, we can create that. Some of them are no-brainers, like, you know, shady business with the motorized shades. Everybody, you know, those are kind of explain themselves. But it's really the builders. We say, you know your buyers better than we do. Tell us about them, because you're not going to offer 28 packages. You're going to want to narrow it down to something pretty simple. The goal, though, is to create something for everybody, you know, or offer something for everybody. So those brochures that we create, all these packages, rarely do you have one buyer who's going to pick everything.
Right.
But some people are a little more peace of mind oriented. Some people are a little more security. A lot of people are more entertainment, and they will pick those packages and bring those into the system and into their offering. Builders will, based on what their buyers are, you know, what they like.
So you're the manufacturer, so you build the products, you build the packages, but you don't do the installation. So talk to me a little bit about the process of finding the right folks to partner with, because at the end of the day, they're sort of your representative, if you will, in the builder.
That's a great question, and it's matchmaking is what it is. So, and we pride ourselves on that. Very rarely do we slip in that area where we meet a builder and they say, this is what my business looks like, and I'm in this market. Connect me with you know, your integrator, and we get together with our regional sales managers. So we're a manufacturer of products who go to market and are installed by professionals, and those are our customers, right? Those are the guys who buy directly from us every single day, and we know pretty well what their capabilities are. because we have regional sales managers who work with them every single day, regional technical specialists who train them and support them in the technical world, in the field every day, field managers, field engineers. We have a lot of feet on the street to understand capabilities of our integrators. And when we sit down with them, with a builder, we say, okay, we got a guy. We know because, again, an integrator can be, a guy who's used to being in a home for a couple of hours, install a security system, or somebody might be in a home for a couple of years and deploying a huge, elaborate system. And you even have commercial integrators that fall into that space. So matchmaking in a way that we fit the right integrator with the right builder is something we take a lot of pride in.
And then finally, talk a little bit about how you present it to the home buyer. So you've got all of these great packages that you've now put together.
Right.
You now found the right trade partner. So now the trade partner is in partnership with the builder, but now you have to present it to the home buyer. You have to convince the home buyer not only should this technology package be the right one for you, but then there's a differentiation between what do I put in as a standard versus what do I put in as an option. So
right.
give me a little understanding of how that
Yeah,
sort of goes
standards
together.
and options, that's the most important thing. What is and we always look at a standard as the foundation. It really is your technology infrastructure. If that is in place, then that allows all these options to happen easily. So that's the most important thing, is getting the standard in place that is easy, that provides all the functionality so you can bolt on any of these options anytime you want.
And then the presentation in the design center. So Nick was saying that he's seen a bump in the use of VR.
Right.
Which is very interesting because I've seen that work in other industries as well. There's no doubt in the home building industry. We had Wayfair was up here yesterday at the work from home, and she was talking also about sort of virtual rooms, right? And how virtual rooms can really sell the furniture in the room as well. So as things progress, do you see a change in the design center? Because today it's a lot of equipment.
Right.
Is it tomorrow, come sit in this room, put these goggles on, and you're ready to go?
It might be, but again, it's really what the builder likes. That's why we have digital options for 3D tours as opposed to a physical tour. The challenge for us is the things that we've done so well in the physical world with model home, installing a system, and it's in there. You can walk through it and get a feel of what it's like to live with that technology in that home. To the design center, to the printed brochures, all the things we do in the physical world, how do we do that as effectively in the digital with online options, online tours, things like that, VR? That's the challenge. That's really tough, and it takes a lot more people to implement that than it does to do it in the physical world. So I think it depends on the builder. A lot of custom builders don't have model homes. A lot of custom builders don't have design centers. So we can help them in that way with the virtual technology.
Ken, a question for you. Since we're talking about design center and sort of some strategies around them, has Shay looked at some of these VR technologies? Is this something that you're looking at? Is this something that's more, that'll happen sometime for the custom guys first? You prefer model homes? Give me an opinion. Putting you on the spot.
Yeah. So in the Arizona market, we're 100% VR. All of our communities, all of our homes, and so now we're starting to build VR communities. So we beta tested that a few years ago, and then all of our communities. It's nice that we can demonstrate an entire community to a customer, all virtual, instead of driving through our war zone of construction. So when you're really selling the dream, it's nice to sell a fully completed community. We've also brought that into our design studio. We use, ILG bought the company, Rumored. So all of our interiors are full VR, and our design studio, as the customer picks their products, they get to see them in their entire home. They walk their entire home. This is not like, a pretend home. So I think as we're selling, millennials now, those 20-year-olds are now 39, you have to really, change as you demonstrated in your presentation, to meet our consumer demographics. So, we have a radically different approach. Our design studio, we don't show any product. I know that sounds weird. We have no carpet, tile, nothing. We create that process one-on-one with every customer. So there's a lot of discussions with the customer way in advance, a lot of VR time. When they get there, we present like you would want your home remodel to be presented to you. And so, we're really looking at a you know, I've been doing this a long time, which when I got into it, it was antiquated, and slowly we're getting out of the dark ages. So.